Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm making this video to answer some of the questions that a lot of people have asked me on Instagram and Facebook concerning Nova Scotia College of Nursing. For those that doesn't know, Nova Scotia College of Nursing in Canada, they recently launched a program that it is an expedited licensing process from for nurses from 7 countries, from Nigeria, from Philippines, India, from the USA, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. So if you are a nurse from any of these countries, they just recently launched this program, and then you just have to, create an account with them, submit the needed documents, which are your ID, two ID documents, and then you have to pay the registration fee, which is 757 Canadian dollars. And after that, you have to wait for the nursing board to get back to you after they must have reviewed your documents. And then after that, you have to do your license verification from your own nursing body, and you have to provide a what's it called, police clearance, which is a criminal record certificate. So a lot of people have been asking me so many questions. I answered some, and I'm making this video for others that I have not responded to so that you guys can watch it. So this is not from me, it is directly from the Nova Scotia College of Nursing themselves. I think they too, they are receiving a lot of emails with different questions, and they already put this out. So that's why I'm making this video. So without further ado, I don't want to waste your time. Let's just get into it. So the first question here is, do I have to be currently licensed as an RN to be eligible for the expedited licensure process? And here it says, yes, you have to be currently licensed and be in good standing in any of those 7 countries, whether you are an RN from Nigeria, from the Philippines, or the other countries. Just make sure you have a current license that is not expired. And for those that said, most people from Nigeria said their licenses has already expired, can they go ahead with the registration, and then after which they will go for their license renewal? No, you can't do that. First thing you have to do is to, renew your license first with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, or any nursing body you are registered with. Then after that, you can now start the application. Then what does current licensure means? It simply means you are registered, you are holding a practicing license that entitles you to practice as a nurse in whichever country you are. Then what does good standing mean? So good standing means you are not subject to any outstanding complaints with your current regulator, and there are no prohibitions, conditions, agreements, or restrictions on your license that could prevent you from working or practicing. Now, the next one is about application information. So, where can I apply for the new expedited processes? Please, if you know you have not started the process at all, go to Nova Scotia College of Nursing website. You have all the information about how you start the process there. Make sure you have your identity. You have to provide two. If you are from Nigeria, you can provide your international passport, your driving license, or your NIN. Now, the next one, what happens after I submit my application? So it says here, our team will review your application to make sure we have all the information we need. If something is missing, we will let you know so you can provide it. Incomplete applications will cause delays in processing. We will reach out by email to let you know when the review is complete, so you can arrange for criminal record. As I've said earlier, they will get back to you once your application has been reviewed so that you can provide your CRC and your VOR. CRC is criminal record check, and your verification of registration is to verify your license. Now, so the next question here, how long will it take for me to get licensed after I submit all the required application documents? So many people have already asked me this, and to be honest with you, I do not know. But then, based on what the Nova Scotia said, let's see, he said, your application will be processed within 5 days of receiving the last required documents. Oh, okay. You will be approved for licensure if you are eligible and or authorized to write the registration exam if needed. You are responsible to schedule and pay for your exam. So what they are saying here is that within 5 days, once they get all the required documents, you submit all they need for verification, your CRC, and you pay for the registration, and they are done with their evaluation, then you can be registered within 5 days. So here it also says that you have to write some exam. There are some exams. If you have not passed your NCLEX exam, you need to write a registration exam, an entrance exam with them, so that they will give you a temporary license to practice. Now, the next one, is there anything I can do to prepare for working as a nurse in Nova Scotia? So it says you may also find it helpful to review the resources we created for nurses. Okay, so just go to their website for this. I think it is very important you go there to get more information. They already put some links that you can just go and then you get more information. So what is the cost of the expedited process? It costs 57.50 Canadian dollar. Let's just say 58 Canadian dollars. So that's around 36,000 naira or so. Now, I am currently already in the application process with Nova Scotia College of Nursing, but want to apply under the new process. Do I have to reapply and submit a new application? So this is for those that have already started their own application with the Board of Nursing prior to the time they launch this program. So they said, no, you are not required to reapply. You don't need to reapply again since you already submitted your documents and everything to NANS. So I think they will just send it to them directly and, just let them know that you want to join this new process. So the next one is I am licensed as a registered nurse in one of the 7 designated countries, and I'm currently in the NANS process. Can I still apply directly to NSCN using the expedited licensure process? Yes. We encourage you to reach out to NANS to see if their policies allow them to send relevant documents. For example, your registration, licensure verification form that has already been submitted to them, then their own reports, NNAS advisory reports, and so on, so that it can just be sent directly to NSCN for their own verification and your registration. So you have to contact NNAS to authorize them to send your document to Nova Scotia College of Nursing, and then your application can be processed. Now, another question is, my license in one of the 7 countries is expired. Can I apply under the new process? Now, I already said this at the start of this video. No, they also said it here. You are not eligible for this new expedited process. However, if you reinstate, it means if you renew your license as a nurse in one of these 7 countries, then you will be eligible for the expedited licensure process. Now, the next one, I am licensed as a registered nurse in one of the designated countries, but I have not practiced as a nurse for several years. Will I qualify for a license if I apply to Nova Scotia College of Nursing using the expedited process? Now, it says here every application is assessed individually. So, without knowing all of your application details, this question can't be fully answered. However, generally speaking, after the 1st of May, they said if you are currently holding a license in one of the 7 countries and you are in good standing and you have already passed your NCLEX exam, probably those from Australia, those from New Zealand and United States that have already passed NCLEX, then they said you may qualify for a practicing license in Nova Scotia. And another one is if you currently hold a license in one of the 7 countries, you are in good standing, but you have not passed the NCLEX, you may still qualify for a license with conditions and restrictions if you practice in the last 10 years. And likewise, if you have not practiced in 10 or more years and have not passed those exams, NCLEX or CPNRE, then they said you are not eligible for a license. However, However, you may be eligible to write the registration exam. So if you have not practiced in the last 10 years and you are not registered with any of those nursing body, you have not written your NCLEX or CPNRE, then you are not qualified. So, but they said, however, if you can write NCLEX or CPNRE exam, then you will qualify for a license. Now, the next question. Why is the expedited process only available to registered nurses who are licensed in the 7 designated countries? So they said the majority of our international nurse applicants come from the designated countries listed: the Philippines, India, Nigeria, UK, Australia, United States, and New Zealand. So they have assessed data from these 7 countries for the past 10 years, and they are already used, to the curriculum and everything. So they said we have assessed the data from nearly 10 years of applicants and their national nursing assessment services advisory reports reviewed the nationalized curriculum, entry-level competency and success rate on the NCLEX and CPRNE exam. So the data enable us to be confident that when a nurse meets the registration and licensure requirement in one of these 7 specific countries, it means they have the necessary educational preparation and foundation to safely practice in the RN scope of practice that is required in Nova Scotia. So they are already used to these 7 countries. They have received a lot of application from their nurses in the last couple of years, and they believe that their education and everything is equal, or should I say it's okay with them for for a nurse to practice in Nova Scotia. They believe you are safe to practice because you already have the knowledge and everything needed of a nurse. Now, another question is Nova Scotia College of Nursing planning to add more designated countries to their list in addition to the 7 listed? So it says statistics shows that the majority of international nurse applicants seeking a license in Nova Scotia come from the 7 designated countries. And as a result, there has been a significant amount of data for NSCN to confidently base its decision. We do not have the same volume of evidence for nursing education programs and the RN scope of practice for other jurisdictions at the time. So for now, it's only the 7 countries they are working with. Another question is I am licensed as a registered nurse in one of the 7 designated countries. I am interested in LPN, which is licensed practical nurse in Nova Scotia. Can I apply directly to NSCN using the expedited license process? Yes, you can, of course. You can either go for RN or LPN. Now, so on question regarding registration and licensure requirements. So here, the first thing they require for you to be licensed with them is your ID, identification. So you need to provide two type of identification, which could be your birth certificate, your passport, your driving license. If you are in Canada, you can provide any Canadian government issued ID. You can provide your citizenship card if you are Canadian, or even if you are an international candidate. And additionally, they said if your name has changed, we will require copies of any name change document. Probably those that are married, that already changed their maiden name. So you might be required to provide an evidence like your marriage certificate or sworn affidavit can be provided to them later on. Then on question regarding English language proficiency requirement, it says, how can I meet the English language proficiency registration requirement? So, international nurses who have completed their entry level nursing registration program and established registration and licensure in one of the 7 designated countries have been deemed to have met the English language requirements. So for those struggling with their IELTS, guys, this is an opportunity for you. You don't need to write. They are not even asking for any IELTS or any English proficiency from you guys. Just provide the necessary document and boom, you are good to go. Then the next one is, I have established licensure in one of the 7 countries identified, but was not educated there. Do I meet the English language proficiency registration requirement? So this is for those that are registered in one of these countries. Probably you are from Ghana and you are already a registered nurse in the US or UK or any of those countries, and you want to know if you qualify for the expedited program. So they said if you establish licensure in but were not educated in one of the 7 designated countries, then you may need to submit additional evidence of meeting the English language requirement. So they will get back to you on this if you already submitted your application. Now, question on verification of registration. Am I required to submit a verification of registration form as part of the application? Now, guys, please, if the video is too fast, you can just pause and read through them for yourself while listening to what I'm saying. If you want to see exactly what the nursing body said, but practically just reading what is written here. But if you want to get the full information, then you can just pause the video and read through, or you can just go to their website yourself and read through. I'm just making this video for those that might not have the time to go there and those that prefer to just listen to someone explaining this. Now, the next one is, am I required to submit a verification of registration form as part of the application? So here, yes, you have to. You have to verify your license in whatever country you are registered in. So they said they can only do online verification from United States, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. So if you are registered in Nigeria, Philippines, and India, you need to get a verification form, fill it, submit to your nursing board, and then it will be sent to Nova Scotia College of Nursing. Now the next one is, will you accept electronic verification of registration form from my regulatory body? Yes. They said we will accept an emailed copy of the verification of registration from a verifiable regulatory body. So if your nursing body email is verified with them and they already know it is a registered email, then it will be accepted. And also hard copies can be mailed to them on this address. I'll zoom it out so that you can see. You can also check their website for the address. Now, next, I submitted a verification of registration form during my NNAS application. Can you use that? So they said we can use the registration verification form that was submitted by your regulatory body to the National Nursing Assessment Services as long as NANS will release the document to NSCN or you have authorized NSCN to receive your NANS report. So for those that already started their application with NNES, I think it is better you authorize them to release the verification to Nova Scotia College of Nursing to save you the time and money. Next is on criminal record check. Am I required to submit a criminal record check as part of the application? Of course, you have to. I've said that earlier. You need to submit a criminal record check. Probably I will make another video concerning this. There is a link they provide here. You can uh, you can do this by online, and also you can go to your nearest police station and request for a police clearance certificate. Then it will be sent to Canada. I think that is a little better and affordable. Now, the entrance exam. So the entrance exam that you have to do is either NCLEX RN or CPNRE for those that are LPN. So they said, what exam do I need to pass in order to be eligible for licensure? So all RN applicants must pass NCLEX and all LPN must pass CPNRE rather. Then next, I have already passed the NCLEX. Do I need to retake it? So if you already passed the NCLEX, you don't need to write it again. You can just transfer your score to them. Now, I am licensed as a nurse in one of the 7 designated countries, but I've not yet passed the NCLEX RN. Can I still apply directly to NSCN using the expedited process? Yes, you can. You will still need to apply under the new expedited process. And if you have not passed NCLEX, most international nurses are eligible for a conditional license. So if you have not passed your NCLEX yet, they will be or you will be given a conditional license to practice, and I believe this will be valid for like 4 months, and you can renew it like 3 times in a year. So pending the time you study and pass your NCLEX exam. Then the next is I have previously failed the NCLEX or the CPNRE. Can I still apply directly to NSCN using the expedited licensure process? Yes, you are eligible to apply. However, we will consider any past NCLEX failure when assessing your eligibility for a conditional license. So, okay. Do I need to provide proof of my NCLEX RN result? Yes, we require official confirmation from your regulatory body that you have already passed the NCLEX. So for those that have already passed the NCLEX RN and want to, transfer their scores to NSCN, you just have to get your NCLEX candidate report, and that shows that you have already passed NCLEX, and submit to NSCN. Now, questions on conditional licensure. So it says here, can I practice right away once receiving a conditional license, and how long is it valid for? Okay, so yes, you can. Once the conditional license has been issued, you may begin practicing as a nurse right away in Nova Scotia. So they said a conditional license is valid for 4 months, okay, at a time, and can be renewed 3 times within 12 months. However, if you fail the NPRNE or NCLEX RN 3 times, you will no longer be eligible for a conditional license. Oh, this is serious. So for those that want to write the NCLEX RN that have not written it yet, please listen to this. This is very important for you guys to know. Have it at the back of your mind that even though you are eligible for a conditional license, it is valid only for 4 months and you can renew it 3 times within 12 months. That's within a year. So you can renew it 3 times within a year. And they said you have to pass your NCLEX RN. And three times, if you fail 3 times, then you won't be eligible for a conditional license again. I wish you guys all the best. Please get the resources that are needed for those exams. It is doable. Just get the right resources and, study, study, study. All right, so next, employment. Can you provide me with information about employment opportunities or help me find a job? Oh, okay. So those that are asking NSAN for employment, please, I don't think they can do this. They can't even do it because they are just a normal nursing body, just like Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. Guys, they cannot provide you employment, please. Once your registration is done and you get your conditional license, you have to apply for job yourself. And also the immigration part of it, they cannot do that. They are only regulating licensures in Nova Scotia. So let's see what they say. They said, as the nursing regulator, our role is to ensure nurses are registered and licensed to practice nursing in Nova Scotia. We do not have a role in recruitment or helping nurses secure employment. However, following the following resources may be helpful to you. So, guys, they put a lot of resources out here. I believe it will be important for you guys to just go to their website and get in touch with these organizations they believe can provide employment. So Niche is there, Job Bank is there, Nova Scotia Health is there, IWK, okay, Nova Scotia Works also, and Health Association of Nova Scotia. So you can, if you go to the website, you can just click on those links, search yourself, and contact the necessary people that could be of help. So for those asking, this is concerning financial support. Is there financial support for those applying for this new process? They said Nova Scotia does not have access to financial support for applicants. And does this new process have a return of service requirement? No, there is none. Now, on immigration, do I need to already be living in Canada to apply under this new process? No, you don't need to be in Canada. You can be outside Canada, you can be in any of those countries, anywhere in the world. So far you are registered in any of those 7 countries, you are eligible. Next is, if I apply to Nova Scotia College of Nursing under this new expedited process, will I receive help with my immigration requirement? So they said, we are unable to provide you with immigration guidance. We encourage you to contact Nova Scotia Immigration and Canadian Immigration and Citizenship. Now, so they cannot provide you with any help concerning the immigration. They are just going to register you as a nurse. They are going to, make sure you get your license and everything. So you have to work with the immigration and recruiters to get yourself employed and, migrate to Canada. So, additional question, who should I contact if I have more questions? So they said if you have any further questions on our new expedited process, please contact our registration team by email at, this is their email, guys, registration@nscn.ca. That's the email address. You can send them email and ask any question that you might want an answer to. I think this is the end of the video. I hope you guys get something out of it. I wish you all the best.